Hello everyone and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today the temperature inexplicably dropped and all outdoor activities planned were cancelled, which when you reach my age is just about the best thing to ever possibly happen to you. So now we're indoors, we are comfortable and sitting down to watch Hera playing as the Saracens in red get ready to take on Sebastian playing as the Burmese in blue. Now all the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible. Let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Saracens are a civilization whose strong market can be used to get an early to mid-game advantage over their opponents. To start with, their markets do only cost 75 wood, and their commodity trading fee is fixed at 5%, which is significantly lower than the 30% that other civs have to pay early on when they, for example, buy food. Now, using this economic advantage, the Saracens can field quite a hard-hitting, tanky army. Their foot archers come with a nice attack boost against buildings, which makes their Feudal Age aggression potentially very scary. Their camel riders and heavy camel riders come with 10 extra HP and can be upgraded to get even more HP. Their trebs, their mangonels, and their onagers can all be upgraded to get a massive plus 15 boost to their attack. Now, 15 doesn't sound like a lot, but we are talking about siege weapons. And lastly, their unique unit, the Mameluke, is a ranged melee camel unit that comes with a nice big attack bonus against cavalry and whose HP can also be upgraded just like other Saracen camel units. Now, across the grasslands, we've got the Burmese played by Sebastian in blue, a civilization that focuses very much on their mounted units. Their battle elephants automatically come with extra armor, can be upgraded to get even more armor. Their cavalry can be upgraded to get a powerful attack boost against archers. And their unique unit, the Arambai, is a ranged cavalry unit that throws darts at its opponent with absolute horrible accuracy. But the gimmick of the Arambai, any dart that misses still does 100% damage to whatever unit it lands on, compared to the usual 50% of other archer units. Now, to support and protect their mounted units, especially their elephants on the field of battle, the Burmese actually have two pretty cool options. First, if you want to go the infantry route, all Burmese infantry get a progressive attack boost starting in Feudal Age all the way up to +3 in Imperial. Or if you want to go the route of the spellcaster, the monk, monastery techs are 50% cheaper. And to help you pay for it, take a look at this. Notice on the minimap, you start the game as the Burmese knowing exactly where all the relics on the map are already located. In this case, a bunch of them on the opposite side of the map. Now, in order to help you construct the infrastructure that you need to pump out huge amounts of units, all lumber camp technologies are free. So we'll keep an eye out on the top right of our screen whenever Sebastian clicks up to Feudal Age. Double bit axe, this square should light up immediately. Those are the two civilizations. These are the two players. We are on Arabia. Let's take a look. While the players are sitting currently at 16 villagers apiece, both going up to 18. Who has discovered what? Our Burmese has discovered the location of the Saracens. The Saracens have not yet discovered the location of the Burmese, although it looks like he is going to do so any second now is Hera, unless he decides to carve a path completely different. Actually, let's keep an eye out on this scout for just a quick second. I want to see if he scouts the back, if he notices, if he'll continue south, east, west, where will he go? And luckily for Sebastian, does not lose a duck, duck, goose just yet. And Hera will discover, oh, he sees the tree. He sees the felled tree, and immediately the game sense kicks in, and he knows now exactly where his opponent is. Let's take a look at Hera's base. Primary gold, nice and secure in the back. Primary stone in a C shape in the back as well. Bit of extra resources in the forward position. My favorite lemon bushes with the pretty blue butterflies that I always have to mention is also in the forward position. But 3 juicy forests in a bit of a triangle shape here means that potentially an interesting wall-off situation for our Saracen if he so wishes. And he is now 1 minute and 40 seconds away from hitting Feudal. A minute away, though, is our Burmese off the back of 1 less villager. Also, 3 forests in a triangle position, but his forward completely open. His primary gold, let's call this the forward side position. Not exactly forward, not exactly back. Primary stone very secure in the back. Also has additional resources pumping, or rather placed. Why did I say pumping? Oh, man. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking there. In that position as well. That position being the forward position, and both players have additional gold and small amounts of wood in the backwards position as well. Bamboo for Hera, it looks like, and then autumnal oaks for our Burmese, who now hits. Feudal immediately puts down, and take a look at the top right of your screen. Double bit axe, that bubble, that square lights up immediately. Horse collar going down for him as well. We'll see how many farmers he decides to get. But for now, we are going with the Burmese stable. Hera, for his part, gets trapped. Or rather, oh my god, sorry, traps the scout of the Burmese, who will now die. Fantastic play there by our Saracen. Quick fingers kill the scout. They say idle fingers are the devil's playground. Looks like quick fingers are the scout calf's death ground. And archery range for our Saracen. Like I said, they're foot archers. Man, oh man, can they be annoying in the early stages of the game. Not exactly a time when archers can take down structures, unless, of course, they come with attack bonuses, just like the Saracens do. And I'll show you when the archer comes out, the exact attack bonus. Our Burmese isn't done. He wants revenge. Kill my scout, he says. A second one replaces him immediately. Pivots south, but he's going to be a little careful, a little wary. Once burned, twice shy. Is that the expression? Once something, twice shy? I forget the expression. I also love the random. We were talking about this during a live stream. We were talking about it in some comments. They really are trying to make Arabia a nicer map, because it is still the vast majority of maps that are played is Arabia. That sentence didn't make any sense. Of the plethora of maps that exist in Age of Empires, the most common one at the pro level still remains Arabia, especially on the ranked ladder. I believe. I think so, right? I'll have to check that out, or I'm just making shit up and it's not really a real statistics, but the games at least that I see and that I cast are vast majority are on Arabia. But the developers are starting to make a few cool changes, not the least of which they added an extra rug. Whenever the rugs do spawn, they added a few, dilapidated pyramids and so forth. They added this little patch of adorable flowers. So, on the whole, this game, beautiful as it is, continues to get more and more beautiful, which is something as a caster, as somebody who started this channel because I love this game, I am here for, and I'm not complaining at all. Hera back with his scout. Might need him to defend. Let's take a look at the archer attack bonus against buildings. Look at that. +3. +3. How quickly they can take down houses with 750 HP in the Feudal Age. How quickly they can take down palisade walls with that bonus attack in the Feudal Age. So if our Saracen decides to press the issue, which no, does not look like he's going to do. Although, never mind. Did a little bit of a U-turn. Hera doing a bunch of U-turns here, confusing the hell out of the casters. And by casters, I mean me. Where will he go? What will he do? Ooh, catches Sebastian's attempt here. Did he suss that out, or did he see it with the vision of the buildings? Regardless, manages to catch these scouts as they move forward, but Sebastian's not done. 10 army count to 7. Villager count, he is going to be equalized with Hera in any second now. It was 30 to 30. Hera with a very interesting wall-off happening here. And that's why I said, whenever you have triangles, I mean, it's not Valentine's Day, but Hera's base certainly does look like it's shaping out to be a heart. At least one of those Valentine's Day hearts. Villager does die. Sebastian using these Burmese scouts fantastically. So far, 1 kill apiece. There's a few skirmishers here now as well, so Hera's going to have to be careful. Pulls the villagers from this part of the map. No way to defend those. And pivots all the way left. Ooh. Gold miner's now in trouble. But at least temporarily. Oh, here we go. Is the scout going to make it? Is the scout going to make it? Yes, he is, because the skirmishers are focusing on the archers as well. They should be more military, and some villagers coming forward from Sebastian. He does not want to go up to the late game. He does not want to face Mamelukes. He does not want to face that siege, which, as I said, is one of the most... Ooh, Hera finally loses that low HP scout. Or is that the low HP scout? Yes, it is. You do not want to find yourself in a position facing a siege player that has extra attack on their siege. And I do say this a lot when we do live streams I think the Saracen siege is very underrated. The Saracens are actually an incredibly powerful. Ignore the market. You know, whatever your opinions are about the market, whether it's gameplay or whether you call it abuse. Tower going up in a fantastic location for Sebastian. A lot of players have a lot of opinions about the Saracen market. And again, my opinion, as in almost everything in this game, if not everything in this game, all is fair in love and war. If you can lame your opponent's resources, if you can use a market advantage, the developers built these civilizations for a reason. I know it's not fun. I know it sucks. I know it's absolutely a hard thing to play against. And it might seem even unfair, but in any event, ignoring that altogether, this is still a civilization that has a pristine archer line, a pristine monk line, and quite a powerful siege line. The only thing they're missing, I think, is heavy scorpion. Everything else they get. And man, oh man, counterweights. That's the name of the upgrade for their siege. So I'm not surprised that our Burmese is putting on a good amount of aggression, although he finally is starting to bank resources. Hera nowhere close, doubling down on the scout cavalry units now, is eating up a lot of his food. Our Burmese, 2 villagers behind, but 300 food away from being able to go up to castle. And our Burmese is trying to bust his way in here, so he has an exit plan. He can be more fluid and transition from different sectors of Hera's base, one to the other. Watchtower with 5 archers, watchtower with 4 villagers. Skirmishers taking down a palisade, building 0 attack on these. Remember, it's only their sorry, what am I looking at? I was gonna say, remember, it's only the Saracens, and then realize what a stupid thing to say. What an absolute stupid thing to say. Scouts on scout violence here while the towers continue attacking each other. Oh, what a little deacon maneuver there by Sebastian, moving the villager left to right. We'll see if these units engage into each other. For now, the skirmishers are moving to intercept. Certainly looks like they might intercept unless Hera pivots north in the last second. Oh, if only he hadn't pulled back, these skirmishers would be somewhere here. They could at least get a few shots off against these scouts. For now, though, neither here nor there. Now the scouts continuing to run around. Hera, using 4 army supply, is managing to delay 18 army supply from getting any damage done. What an absolute beast of a play. What a fantastic play. And Sebastian is going up to Castle Age, so he is falling for it. Although falling for it might be a weird way to say it. I don't know that he necessarily cares here, because like I said, he is going up to Castle Age light years ahead of our Saracen. And he looks like he's doubling down on cavalry, bloodline, scale barding armor, gold mining for those expensive gold units. Tower falls, villagers exodus. Oh, and Hera pops out a whole bunch of archers. But skirmishers chasing archers away, villagers and scouts fighting scouts and archers. And that is all she wrote for our Burmese aggression here. All of his villagers are dead. All of his scouts, except 2 that are both at half HP, are dead. And now these skirmishers are dead as well. They just don't know it. They might want to get an archer or 2, but they are basically dead. Hera disengages from here, moves south, wants to see what's going on. He is now also heading up to castle, but 2.5 minutes behind his opponent. That being said, does he actually care? Look at army count, 24-3, but 2 knights are coming out. If anything can change this game, it is the heavier cavalry unit, which Hera has nothing against except numbers. He's got numerical superiority, 16 archers, 17 archers. He sees the knights, rather should see the knights with these scouts, and now moves back. He knows he doesn't want to get caught out here. More wall off for him. He's exploring. Okay, so he hasn't seen the northern parts of the map just yet, which explains why he's moving out with those units. +2 armor on these guys in about 15 seconds. Husbandry as well. So they will not be able to catch up to the scouts, but they'll be a little bit faster. 2 more pop out. 1 more in the production tab. 2 more monks. And let's see how this all shakes out. Trying to block the villager with the knight. Archers are here, but +2 armor. +2 armor and husbandry means that these knights are going to be very tanky and very hard to catch. Look at this guy, like, very cocky. At the same time, a hit squad moves south. Hera, no units here whatsoever, but doesn't need them. The wall off is complete. all the way across the southern border. I don't know why he's attacking this palisade. It is the one closest to the villagers. Hera's in castle. Bodkin immediately. Not surprised to see crossbow also on the menu. But more and more knights are streaming from our Burmese. He needs a castle up. He needs to get Manipur cavalry. The fact that they switched that from an Imperial Age upgrade to a Castle Age upgrade makes the Burmese incredibly powerful. It's also not a very expensive upgrade, which is why you see Sebastian with 5 villagers already on stone. Hera also 5 villagers. Second town center is already up for our Burmese. Now finds himself facing camels. They are a camel civilization. Their heavy camels come in at 170 HP. They're basically the Franks. Frank is to Paladin as Saracen is to camel, if you want to put it in the form of a logic question. Crossbows now are going to be able to shoo this away, and our Burmese has to get the hell out of here. He is outnumbered 3-1. These crossbows are not that strong, but like I said before, there is a critical mass. 20 of them here. 2 converts attempted. But, oh my god, the mobility of these scouts. One monk survives. No. Gets a convert, then dies. No more monks for our Burmese on the field of battle. 2 of them are gathering, marshaling near this tower. Square formation crossbows. What are you? You are the 2 scouts moving north. For what purpose? To what end? Okay, a mission of discovery. We'll see. Or to cut off reinforcements. Our Burmese is really doubling down on cavalry. Where's the... Okay, there it is. I was going to say, where's the siege? 1 mangonel, and this shoos away Hera's entire army. Although 8 camels are going to show up. He's keeping them a little bit in the back position. Doesn't want to reveal that he's going heavy camel play just yet. 3 knights only peel off to the north. Of the rest are gathering here. They need to protect this juicy wood line. Oh my god, gold line, not wood line. What is going on with me today? Scorpion doing a good amount of damage before it dies. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to take any crossbows with it. And Hera here doubled the army supply. He's down 4 villagers. He does not care. And now Sebastian's base is ripe for the taking. His cavalry moves in, but moves in for what? To do what? And to do what where? What are the upgrades on the crossbows? +2 range and attack, no armor upgrades whatsoever. I agree with that move. No sense in armor upgrades at the moment. Make them as powerful as possible. Try to one-shot as many knights as you can. Looks like okay, so he used them to catch this small band of reinforcements that just stopped. And Hera is moving forward. 780 stone. Where, oh, where is he going to place the castle? Takes a breather. Camels are moving in. Ooh, why'd you stop repairing? Another scorpion. Scorpions or mangonels. I'm not too sure what the right play would have been here for Sebastian, who now sees that this castle is going up. Builds a complete counter. Holy moly. 25 villagers are here. And Hera's going to back away. He's not going to risk these villagers. The knights are sacrificing themselves. Suicide Squad knights. Just so that he can get his castle up. A bunch of villagers hanging out. Get to work. The knights are basically dying, but the villagers are dying as well for Hera. He's got 2 villagers left. This castle goes up. Hera cancels his. No longer has enough stone to build a castle. A fantastic move there by Sebastian. Does cost them a lot of golden food. These are not Schlachter knights. These are just basic good old knights. But he's got his castle up. Now he is free to research Manipur cavalry, although there's only 14 crossbows left. Instead, he is building a rambai. Let's take a look at their absolute dog shit accuracy. I always love to point it out, 20% accuracy. But when you clump against them, get ready to die. Oh, villager tries some fancy footwork and ends up dying as well. Now Hera securing the hill here with his castle. This game is about to erupt, I feel like. Army counts are not super duper high. Villager counts are not super duper high, but both of these players are showing themselves to be quite aggressive in this matchup. Neither player really wanting the other to get a minute's rest. This is a lot of villagers to build a house, and Hera cancels the castle. He cancels it again. One castle didn't go up. A second castle didn't go up. Will the third time be the charm? No, he is building a town center, but has enough stone for a third castle. Okay, very defensive castle in the middle of the map. Sure, this is not exactly where he wanted to build it originally. What are the camel upgrades? Only +1 attack, but their attack doesn't really matter. It's really the bonus on these guys. +9 against cavalry. That really is the important statistic in this matchup, at least. He's revealing his Arambai. Not too sure why he's revealing the Arambai so soon. At least let your opponent clump his army. And Sebastian down only 15 army supply, less than half. He's moving forward, but a little bit too late. The castle's about to finish. What a sour, sour move out there for our Burmese, who now has to turn around. Takes a bit of damage from the castle, but not really anything to write home about. Arambai already 2 pierce armor for them. And look at this. I love this outpost. He's going to keep a fantastic eye right outside the reach of this castle. Hera, though, late to the party in castle. First one there to Imperial. Sebastian is gathering, accumulating resource army count. He is now only down 12. He is ahead 18 villagers. Are more Arambai, and now the Scorpions are starting to get more kills. How many kills do they have? 2? Okay, not terrible. But the Arambai ventures a little bit too far afield and dies. Ooh. Let's take a look at the base while the players disengage. We've got 1, 2, 3 town centers in the castle. Hera, 1, 2, 3 towers and town centers and a castle, both players. But Hera's castle in a little bit more of an aggressive, I call this a defensive position, more of the middle of the road castle, but a lot more offensive compared to our Burmese castle. Now Burmese is now trying to bust his way in. Oh, and he's managed to do so. What will Hera do? Will he go on the offensive? Will he go home to defend against this? Second castle being built. He wants to secure that stone pile. The castles move home. Oh my god, the castles move home. Oh my goodness, the camels move home. Guys, I don't know what's going on with my brain today. And now Sebastian is doing to Hera what Hera did to Sebastian, using 2 units to push all of these camels out of position. And now he exits? Exits? I guess he knows he can't really take on these camels at the moment. He is also now heading up to Imperial, just about over a minute behind his opponent. Cancels the castle. What is going on here? I mean, Hera canceled once, twice, third time's the charm for him. Sebastian then cancels his own castle, but Hera's army is here. Eraser, Town Watch, handcart for him. And now infantry upgrades are going up for our Burmese. He might want to get some pike out. He might want to get some halbs out to help against these camels. And a Mangonel finally at the 39-minute mark of the game. Where were you 20 minutes ago? I mean, it kind of looks like Hera is sandwiched. But his army is still the bigger one, still the better one. And wow, the Arambai are here, but the camels split up, not exactly clumping. Mangonel doing a good amount of work here. 3 kills. Oh, 3 kills become 7, and he's still alive right as I start that sentence. But when I finish that sentence, that guy, it dies. And now the last camel for our Burmese converted dies as well. The Treb is out. Hera first 2. Imperial, look at this. Heavy camel for the Saracen. Cavalier for our Burmese. Our Burmese might be building a very dangerous army composition. We'll see what he decides to supplement it with. For now, halberdiers, and a good number of them, 7. How many barracks does he have? He is undertaking a very massive construction project. 6 stables, 3 barracks. We'll see if he can start pumping out units, because his resources look decent, especially trash, but his military count, he's down half of the Saracen army. But he's got his own Trebs now in this castle. He's ignoring the castle. He is going for the Trebs. The Trebs are being repaired, though. Oh, and this outpost finally dies because of the greater range of the castles. When Arambai moves forward, sees the camels, runs the hell away. And what are you doing? Where are you going? Cavaliers are here. Conscription. Forging. Okay. Now is the time you get forging. More armor upgrades for his halberdiers. Thumb ring. Conscription. We are about to see a big old battle, and look at this. All of a sudden, our Burmese with this amazing construction project. Like I said, to build the infrastructure, those lumberjack upgrades are super duper powerful, rather come in super duper handy. But heavy camels, Saracen, 170 HP on them, are moving forward. Our Burmese wants to engage. Our Saracen wants to engage. Neither player wants to engage into a castle, though. Okay, one cavalier just dies. Iron casting as well. Armor upgrades for the elephants, strengthening his buildings with masonry. Both players are shoring up their buildings. Both players are getting upgrades. They want to take a big old battle, but why the hell is Sebastian engaging with just a few one? Were these guys bait so that this one cavalier? What the hell is one cavalier going to do against the castle and crossbows? Oh, he's 30 seconds away from iron casting. Not sure this is a fight he should take right now, especially not with the cavaliers first. Send in the halbs. Send in the halbs first. Man, oh man, the cavaliers melt. They melt like butter on a hot day, which is not today because, like I said, it is for some reason real cold outside. And our Burmese army just absolutely disappears. Where the hell did it go? 22 kills, that's where it went. These crossbows, 19 kills, 41 kills total on these guys. I like our Burmese villager count. And Hera, in the middle of all of this, puts up a spotting outpost right in the middle of the Burmese base. Our Burmese is starting to run low on food. Our Saracen starting to run low on gold. And another, why are you engaging with cavaliers first, and why do you keep taking these shitty little fights? Sebastian, antsy in the pantsy, wants to fight, but there's a bunch of halberdiers. Put them in the castle. Get them out to the left. They are stuck. They can't move in. Oh no. Oh no, where are these halberdiers going? Put them in the castle. Oh no, again he goes cavalier first. Okay, finally. Oh? I mean, I'm not surprised. I would have loved to see this battle. I think this might have been a much better battle for our Burmese. I don't know that the crossbows would necessarily have targeted down these halberdiers when these cavaliers would have swarmed over the trebs. Maybe the crossbows would have taken out the cavaliers, but in any event, finally he goes halberdier first. But what the hell was this? Why are there 7 halberdiers, 8 stuck behind this castle? Garrison the castle, right click here, and then ungarrison the castle. Or just wait 5 seconds for the next treb ball. It looks like the castle is going to fall anyway. But man, what a fun game. What an absolute fun game. A bunch of bad engagements here for our Burmese. 64 crossbows, 61 cavaliers. Look at the peak APM. Holy moly. Oh my God. 5 seconds apart, 39.42, 39.37. Both players peaking at the same time. And this is not a bad APM. Oh man, big pat on the back to Sebastian for matching Hera's APM. Our Burmese with a slight lead in villagers does manage to get a little lead in the trash resources, but look at this, falling behind in gold, falling behind in wood and stone. My God, I don't know why I'm confusing words today. One of his trebs did end up falling, but this was so impressive out of Sebastian. The building once he was heading up to Imperial, 8 barracks, 6 stables. And remember, these are Burmese infantry units, so their attack is +3 right now. Even though he's only got iron casting, he doesn't have blast furnace yet, which would put them at a +7. Right now, though, that +3 for free, he's attacking halberdiers at an 11 against a unit with 9 HP. Oh my God, I did it again. 9 melee armor. So not only, oh my God, guys, I'm gonna do that rewind thing that Ace Ventura did in the when he pretends to play football. You have a unit that attacks on an 11 against a unit with a melee armor of 2, which means they ought to already do 9 damage plus Camel 26, 35 damage a shot to these camels. Now, again, these are heavy camel riders for our Saracen. Let me see if our Saracen... There it is, Zealotry. So not only do these camels come with an extra 10 HP, but then he added another 20 HP with Zealotry. And now they're not the 140 camels that every other Civ gets. They are the 170 camels of the Saracens. And using those camels, using the crossbows, man, oh man. I mean, I think Sebastian, did he run out of gold? That might be the case here. No, he's got a bit of gold here. He's got 2,400 gold in the back, nice and secure in the back. But I think he realized he's just taking a shitty trade, and he's got 179 gold. He has enough gold to build 2 Cavaliers. And yeah, he needed to take a better engage about 2 engages ago, and then the last engage as well. And I'm not too sure why he kept poking in with 1 unit. Maybe it was loss of unit control. Maybe he was looking at other parts of the map. Maybe it was intentional. But he just kept losing 1 unit here, taking damage. I mean, look at the HP on the Cavaliers. This guy's at half health. This guy's at 2/3 health. This is not a fight, an army you want to engage into. I mean, speaking of HP, look at Hera's camels, down 1,400 HP. But they don't care. They're on the high ground. They've got crossbow support, castle support, treb support, even more of them streaming in with their big capes and scimitars. And man, what a fun game. Would have loved to see more siege out of Sebastian, especially earlier on, not scorpions, maybe mangonels. He got fantastic hits with that mangonel when that I said, oh, the kill count is 3, and then it jumped up to 10. But half his halberdier count is stuck behind this castle. Villager, oh, he's out of stone. So castle's about to fall. Army's about to die. No way to replenish. He's got a good amount of trash resources, which means the only thing he can really build here is halberdiers. And again, halberdiers that attack on an 11, maybe a 13 if he manages to get blast furnace and survive. It is a 100-second upgrade is one thing, but he has now also lost control of the gold pile right outside his base. This is open for raiding. And man, oh man, the Saracens do get hussars. And they do get all the upgrades on the hussars. So that base is ripe for the taking. I think Sebastian saw 2 or 3 steps ahead. Also, a bomber cannon thrown into the mix. Oh, man. Just a beautiful use of the Saracen army here by Hera to absolutely demolish this Burmese army. And even though Sebastian put on a good amount of aggression earlier on, the scout play was fantastic. And his base, man, oh, man, is Sebastian fantastic at... the economic aspect of this game. I don't interpret that to be any kind of slight against his military control. I think his military game was fantastic, but really what, man, I think I've said fantastic like 10 times in the last 10 seconds. I'll say something else. His military control was good. His economy was great. 3 town centers, 139 villagers, still has 2,400 gold. If he had started mining this gold about 5 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago even, I think he wouldn't have GG'd. But the loss of the castle, the inevitable loss of this army after the loss of his previous army, where he went cavalier first into a freaking army of camels, I think signaled to him that he is not going to take any more good fights. He decides to GG to live to fight another day. Hera, our Saracen, takes the W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.